what up, gang? What up, squad? It is your boy, Are You Serious? The realest, the coolest, the trillest young king. On this platform as we speak. Welcome back to the lit banger, man. I'm on a roll tonight, man. So my dog Elvis is the man. You know, I be watching a lot of his videos because he be dropping gems on Elvis. You feel me? So I guess Vanilla Ice was talking ish about Elvis. Vanilla Ice, really, bro? You made like one hit song. Like nobody knows who you are. Nobody from, I guess, the newest like 2000 something. No one knows who the hell you are, but motherfuckers know Elvis. So what could you possibly say? You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go ahead and hear what he got to say, man. If you're new, subscribe, like the video. If you fuck with Elvis, you know I do too. Go ahead and subscribe and wait for some more content. If you want to see some of my old content, type in Elvis and Are You Serious? I told you I'm gonna make a playlist. I promise I got that coming. So you could just go ahead and check out all my ish and see what see what's going down. All right. Let's go ahead and hear what this dude got to say, man. Let's get it.
I saw that movie and it made me look at Elvis a little different because this is from her perspective, not Elvis. This is not the story of Elvis that we know. It's the story that she lived with him. So I got a different perspective of Elvis and I call him weak now.
Did he just call him weak? Y'all gonna heat this dude up in the comments right now. I know y'all are. He called Elvis weak. That's wild.
What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning into this video on Elvis is the Man. So Vanilla Ice, yeah, he's still around. He's actually 56. I was surprised. I was watching a YouTube channel that I watch pretty frequently. It's called Vlad TV. He gives interviews with mostly hip-hop type rappers and that type of thing. Even mafia people, really. A lot of different types of people, including Vanilla Ice. So I was watching him because when I was a kid, I used to like him. You know, I would think it was cool. And I didn't know why he got so much hate. And I had an inclination that he was an Elvis fan. And as I was watching this, it's about an hour-long interview you can find on Vlad TV, he mentions Elvis a few times. One of them is a bit disturbing, and I knew that when the Priscilla movie was released, people were going to have this type of image of Elvis. Listen to what he says.
And I don't derail that easy. Does that make sense? Most artists I see that are weak. I saw this new movie the other day with my wife. It was called Priscilla. And her and I, my daughter's name's Priscilla, my 5-year-old. We're huge Elvis fans. And I saw that movie and it made me look at Elvis a little different because this is from her perspective, not Elvis. This is not the story of Elvis that we know. It's the story that she lived with him. It just came out, right? So I got a different perspective of Elvis and I call him weak now. And he's my hero. And I named my daughter after him. You know, it's amazing that I watched this movie and he was weak because of the drugs. I know that I'm stronger than Elvis because I had every right to end up in that 27 club. And he did drugs the whole time and didn't have enough self-discipline to pull himself out of it. And I see him, that makes him weaker to me. And cheating all over her like that, I don't cheat, man. I don't do that.
So what sticks out to me after listening to him speak, he's missing it in my view because he's actually, for some reason, putting himself on the same level as Elvis. Vanilla Ice, even though I like him...
Hold on, man. My camera is tweaking. Alright, gang. Sorry about that. My camera literally fell, bro. I gotta get a new tripod. But anyway, let's go ahead and hear what this lunatic has to say.
Let's face it. He was barely better than a one-hit wonder. He had success in the early 90s for a couple years before it came crashing down. Elvis' career lasted 3 decades. The greatest solo selling artist of all time. 17 years after he made it big in 1956, he had a satellite special where 1.5 billion people watched. That's more than the moon landing. So for him to think that him and Elvis had the same level of pressure, but Vanilla Ice was able to pull himself out of it, so that makes him the better man, is really
full of shit.
A stretch, to say the least.
Now, a lot of people call my next guest the Elvis of rap because they like the way he looks and dances. I call Vanilla Ice Elvis because I wish he were dead.
So one of the reasons why I didn't want this movie to be released was because of situations like this. So Vanilla Ice says that he was an Elvis fan, still is an Elvis fan, but he thinks of Elvis a lot differently now because of what he saw in the movie. You know, basically that Elvis was just, he took advantage of Priscilla, used her, cheated on her constantly, And basically it shows a lot of the negative aspects of Elvis, which I didn't think needed to come to the forefront again because, you know, especially after we had the success of the Elvis movie.
Black hair and more eye makeup.
I don't know if I like it.
Have y'all seen that movie?
Are you?
What y'all think of it?
It's not like you imagine.
So I'm not surprised that Vanilla Ice looks at Elvis now in a negative light. Yeah, he says he's still a fan, but he looks at Elvis as weak now. How, you know, he treated Priscilla, and not that things in that story are untrue, but
he looked young at 34.
Not necessary to
he was 34
present
right there.
the love of your life in a bad light, especially after he was riding high the year before in 2022 after the success of the Elvis movie. Vanilla Ice, you know, looks down on Elvis and actually says that he's a stronger man than Elvis because Elvis wasn't able to kick his habit of drugs, but Vanilla Ice was.
I let that stress, that everything as a young kid coming down on me, more pressure than anybody could ever imagine. Probably more pressure than anybody ever to make a song ever in the history of music.
Okay.
And we're including Elvis because he had to face a lot of the stuff I kind of had to face. That's why there's similarities, you know, coming up in the form of music he was doing and the way he was gyrating and all this, right? Same shit with me.
So there are some legit comparisons to Elvis and Vanilla Ice because they're both white doing a predominantly black type music. Now Elvis was, I mean, Vanilla Ice did rap, but Elvis did so many different things, so many different genres of music: country, western, gospel, rhythm and blues,
he was getting
rock and roll. He made it something else, but that was how Elvis was stereotyped in the 50s. But it's different because Vanilla Ice is thinking that he, you know, was just like Elvis, but he had it better than Elvis because Elvis paved the way for guys like Vanilla Ice or even Eminem.
True.
So Vanilla Ice takes credit that he was able to kick his habit, which is a good thing, but there was nobody before Elvis that paved the way for him. Elvis charted his own territory, and people like Vanilla Ice or Eminem can look back and see what not to do. So the comparison is, I understand the comparison, but Vanilla Ice was definitely nowhere near Elvis's level.
Hell no. Hell no.
BMG has Elvis Presley and they'll never sell it. And every Christmas they'll release another Elvis Presley album and make $100 million. You know what I mean? So the strength behind BMG record label is the publishing of Elvis. So every time they fail on a new artist that didn't get their advance back from, it didn't sell like they thought, no big deal. Let's throw an Elvis album out. It'll cover every expense and everything we ever had because we own Elvis publishing.
Forever.
And guess who owns?
Gonna make some money.
Freaking Beatles.
Who?
All of that Beatle money is going to Michael Jackson. And guess who owns Michael Jackson? Michael Jackson too. So all that goes to him as well.
So
Michael Jackson bought the Beatles?
Mention Elvis, my
I gotta do some reaction to that.
Perk up. And what he was saying there was true. I like the fact that Elvis's records and CDs, even though they're mostly re-releases and repackaged material, it still generates a lot of money. And the sad thing is, he was mentioning how Michael Jackson gets the royalties on his music. Well, don't forget, in 1973, a very bad deal for Elvis was made, in part to help pay for money because Priscilla wanted to get more money out of their divorce. Elvis went along with Colonel's idea to sell the royalty rights for everything pre-1972 or 73. So Elvis doesn't get the royalties for Hound Dog and all that.
Damn.
It's messed up. In conclusion, I'm always interested to hear what other celebrities or famous people have to say about Elvis. I used to like Vanilla Ice as a kid, but I think he's wrong here when trying to compare himself and his level of pressure to Elvis's.
For sure.
And say that he was a stronger man than Elvis because he was able to overcome these things. Vanilla Ice definitely had to deal with his share of pressure, but I mean, Elvis wasn't even allowed to be shown on TV.
Yeah.
At least from the waist down.
Exactly.
Also, police filmed his concerts before, and if he made any type of, quote, vulgar moves, he would be sent to jail.
What?
So that's dealing with a different type of pressure there. Also, we can talk about Elvis being highly pressured to marry Priscilla, so that means he probably didn't want to. Elvis was much more famous and better looking than Vanilla Ice. He had more choice of women. It's just hard to compare.
He had more
But those
horse.
are just my thoughts. Talk to me in the comments.
Hey, what he was saying was Elvis had more horse than Vanilla Ice. Vanilla Ice, you can EAD if you know what that means. Then you know what it means. Anyway, man. Hey, man. What y'all thought of that, man? Was Vanilla Ice tweaking or did he have a point? I think he was tweaking. So y'all let me know in the comment section below. Keep it PG. Alright? Don't be cursing and all that because I know y'all really mad. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't what it is. You know, Vanilla Ice got his own thought process. He could say what he wanna say, right or wrong, you mean? His own opinion. Alright? We all know he's a lesser man. You feel me? But in his mind, he was really doing shit. Alright? If you're new, subscribe, like the video. If you want more Elvis, you know what to do. Hit the comment section below. If you want to look up more of my old Elvis reactions, type in "Are You Serious?" and Elvis, and it'll pop up, and you can go ahead and check those out for me. Nene, what you got to say?
Happy birthday, and Daddy, and Bobby, and B Bobby, and mine.
She acting like I'm asking her what she want for Christmas and shit. Is that all?
Yeah.
All right, say bye.
Bye.
Close us out, Nene.